uh, Safari driver, then my Firefox or any Internet Explorer, Opera, any other driver, Android, iOS, any other driver, I can keep it all those driver within this. I can keep it all my test data or a different test data within the test data folder. You can create multiple folder within the folder. That means within a test data, you can create a Selenium QTP as one folder. If now I'm working on the Rediff project, then I can create a Rediff as another folder. So see, now my component is done. I wanted to work on now or switch on the new project. So I say I'm switching on a Google underscore project. So if you can see now. So now see here. Previously, my component function is always same. Now my Selenium project is one. Now Google project is another. Now within a Google project, I can create my packages. Same packages like Google. Sorry. So Google underscore my page underscore my locators. Same way I can create action and same way I can create a test. So Google underscore page underscore actions and Google underscore page underscore text. So if you can see, we have a common component, common functions, which is my core architecture that works on a multiple project now onwards. Your test data, again, you need to have a different folder within this test data, like Google is one folder, Selenium QTP is another, Rediff is another, Yahoo is another, in this way. Driver are common to all because you are executing on one machine, or if you are working on the VM, then definitely you need to mention those drivers there. Also, you need to create a library here. So this is my leaf folder, or I can say leaf or library, where I can keep all the common libraries here, like my Selenium library, my Apache POI, that is my Excel library, my JSON libraries, my SQL libraries, any other library required, I can keep it within this library. So that these are commonplace, so that any other project can refer from here and use it within your project. Okay, so by that way, it's easy for you guys to work on any of the framework. So guys, I'm going to stop it here now. Now we will work mostly on the your questions. I hope this is a bit faster, but yes, the framework may take some time, but it is easy for you to understand most of the questions only on this framework, which I told you. And they ask you the question related to what you worked or where are the OOPS concepts are used in your framework in this way. Okay, so now you can ask your question on the chat window. I'll start asking those questions. I'll start answering those questions. Okay, please ask your questions. I can start from top. Okay, so I can see some of the questions. Framework structure. So if you can see, this is our structure. Most of the structure is your component functions, your Selenium QTP, your projects. Okay, so your common initializer functions, those are implemented. If you wanted to go more in detail about those structure, you can search on Google, that is page factory based automation framework. Okay, you can search there. You can find my one of the blog here. You will get all the important about this framework. Okay, there is free framework also available. Okay, So you will find all those things. You will see the structure in the architecture design diagram as well. You will see more in detail, and every component is explained here. So again, page actions are the actions over your any of the locator. Locator is what? Your web objects, elements, which you need to work, and test is where you need to write your individual test cases. Okay. Next question is, okay, how we can do it using XPath. Okay, so if you can go back to your code. Okay, let me go to my locator. So instead of name, you just mention your XPath here. Okay, and you just pass your XPath, like your relative, your absolute, whichever XPath is there, you just write the XPath here. By that way, you can identify by XPath, by tag name, by ID. You can use ID, you can use CSS, any other things like that. Okay, can you give this code file? Definitely, we'll share this code file. That's not an issue for me. Okay, what is the use of find by? Okay, so find by is used basically to identify any of the locator. I just sometime back I had written one code that is previously how we were writing in this way: private dot find element and then in between by dot id or something and then your value here. Okay, so this code is converted into a find by. Find by is annotation. It is nothing but an implementation of these things. So it will reduce lot of code base, and you can see using a find by, it will perform the same action, but you need to write only @ find by, which is nothing but your annotation. That's it. Okay, what is the benefit? Okay, what is the benefit of web element private? Okay, this is encapsulation. So web element, we make it private to hide, okay, or to, I mean, no one can implement or do the changes into your private data elements. So you just simply send your getters using a getters, you just access outside. You cannot change those. So private data member is outside. That is encapsulation. Okay, now, yes. Okay, so GitHub projects, there are open GitHub projects available. Do we really need to create the entire framework for a projects? Again, it's all up to you guys. If you wanted to create a framework, it's all up to you. If you will find any of the GitHub project where, like I show you one of my project only, which is available free to download. So if you can download that and you can start working, still it's okay. But for you to understand how framework behaves, how framework works, how architecture works, what are the questions on interview, you should do the practice of this implementation. Okay. Now, why WebDriver equals null? Okay, the null, because we are going to check if it is null, then don't do any of the operation. That's why we just set up that value equals null, nothing else. It is always a better practice. You can set up some values, initialize some of the values to WebDriver, any string, any other elements as well. Okay. Okay, what is a declare locator class as a static? Sorry, locator class as a static, then do we need to create an object of the locator class? Yes, it is also based on the locator class. Even though if class is an object or it is a static class, no need to create an object. Correct. Okay. Okay. How to use or mean of QTP here? No, we are not using QTP here. QTP is totally different. We used probably, I mean, a different auto IT or other any JMeter library or any other library. Do you have any plan to have session on BDD? Yes, we know that we do have a session on BDD. We plan that too. Not now, immediately, but yes, we do have. For that, we will communicate to you. Okay, where is the code saved? Okay, there is the YouTube channel provided by Kunal to you guys. Don't worry, you will get it. Okay, now, yes, this code supports to the parallel execution also. You need to change this into your XML. You can create your XML, test-ng XML, and set it the values to the parallel. Okay, please share the code with us. Yes, we'll share that code with you. Okay, how to handle the stale element exception or any other exception in this code? You can write your exception class in a different way, where the common function always call those exception class, so that any of the exception like your stale element, web element not found exception, or any other exception will be cached there. Okay, I have one. Okay, yes, most of the time you will find your browser is updated, but your driver is not updated. So that's why you need to validate always whenever you get any of the WebDriver exception. First, identify or find if your driver is way behind of your browser current version. Just check that. Okay, difference between BDD and POM. Okay, so BDD is business behavioral driven development. In the BDD, you can simply write your all in the GWT, that is given, when, and then. In that format, that means you can simply say as a user, I wanted to enter, I wanted to open the browser. When I am enter the username, when I enter a password, when I click on submit, then I can see the next page or the confirmation message in that way. So plain English, plain Gherkin language, you can write in the BDD scripts, and then there is a feature and action file. So in the feature file, you will write all this the text in the plain English, and in action you implemented all those Java code or any other code like in Python or in C# or in any other language. Different type of asset here. There are so many asset true, asset equals, and all other asset. That is again test-ng's class, so you can explore that. Page factory. Okay, page factory is a class which is used to initialize all of your elements. Okay, parallel execution. Yes, you can add that parallel into your test-ng XML. When you create your suite, you can pass that parallel equals true and pass the instances, how many instances you wanted to execute. That is possible. Okay, why are not using Maven? Okay, so Maven we not use because Maven is worked on the shared repository. Sometimes most of the companies, if you work on your company, some of the shared repository like the open source repository are blocked. That's why Maven we didn't use, and wanted to show you more in the code side rather than on the Maven side, so that you can learn how you add the references, how you add the folders, and all those things. Okay. So how to locate element which have same name, same attributes. Okay. So again, you can write your XPath, you can write your relative XPath to identify the similar names, similar attributes. You can use indexing for that. You can use the dynamic XPath for that. Okay. What is a design pattern can be used effectively? You can use page object model design pattern, which can be used effectively to work on this. Yes, you can use the wait here. I didn't use because it may take some time, but wait can be used directly with your web element. Wherever you are using the web element in the locator file, you can just add your wait, that is your explicit or your any other wait which you want. That wait you can use it there, so that every test will check your proper wait. Okay, which is suitable for agile project, guys. So again, it depends on your project size. So if your project is bigger, then go with the page object model framework. Again, for the agile project is based on your application stability. Okay, even though if your project if you wanted to work on agile but you want to do the automation and your project is not stable, I would not suggest start your automation. because it is again create a lot of kiosk in the later on stage, because huge maintenance once it is stable. Okay, how to done verification with the database? You can write simple, or you can just add the database or the libraries, reference libraries here, SQL database, SQL DB. Okay, and then you can just create your instance of that. You can just create the connection. You just create the connection string. You just pass that, get the record set results, and then you can just extract in the way that you need. I'm not going to show that code definitely, but we'll see in some of the session, we'll show that. Okay, why elements are not directly declared? Okay, so again, it is all up to you. You can declare this as a public, still it is okay, but it is anyone can access it from outside. That's what I'm saying. This is encapsulation. We can declare this here a private, so that only your public access can give this. It is used only, it is not modified by outside of any other class. That's why it's a private. Okay, so collection in your framework, you can use collection like if you wanted to use the list, or if you wanted to use the elements which is written, a list of elements, there you can use collection. You can use a collection in the page that is the property file reader. You can use collection into your Excel reader, in the JSON reader. That is possible. Okay. Can you, okay, it is taking time. Okay, which concept in your framework where you used? Okay, so some of the use concept, this is my encapsulation. That is, another one is my where I write extend, that is my inheritance. I said if I used a common function like click here and link, so I can create one interface and I can use that interface here. So that implements here. So that is also possible. I can do that. Okay, which framework is suitable for Agile? Okay, that the same answer. Okay, can we have a session on protractor? We'll try somewhere for the protractor, definitely. But as of now, I cannot give any commitment. I'm so sorry, but yes, we can try protractor session also. Okay, how to find XPath in Chrome? Again, you can right click, inspect, and your XPath, you can write FirePath. You can write your own XPath here as well if you wanted to see. Okay, if I go back, this is, you can write here XPath. You can go to your console, you can write here your dollar, your X, and you start your XPath writing here itself. Okay, so you can write, and once you can write your start, so see how I write. If you can see here, I'm not sure if you guys can see or not, but yes, so look at here. So if I can write $X in the console, I can see all those are my tags. Okay, when I write this, then you can write what you need, like @ or some value, and that way, like what, for example, name. So if I can say @name, so 9 elements are having @name equals, if I can say a name, then how many elements are identified. In that way, you can identify or write your own XPath. Okay. Yes, yes, we do have plan with Selenium in C# also, but not right now. We'll let you know on this. Okay. This code. Yes, we'll provide this code. Share the recording. Yes, we'll share the recording. Yes, protractor also will take. Then, yes, we'll share the recording. Okay, guys. So most of the questions are answered now. So I think this is all that we do have for today. Any question, anything that you have, you just